Hi, welcome to the Shravan Shetty show. In today's episode, we will look at Gyan, knowledge as a key to career success. One day, a young man went to the home of Socrates, the great Greek philosopher, and asked, "Sir, I have come to seek your wisdom. Will you help me?" Socrates looked at the boy and replied, "How can I be of assistance?" The boy responded, "I want to be a great success. Will you teach me all I need to know so I can be a great success?" "Certainly, my son," replied Socrates. "Walk with me." Socrates began to walk and headed towards the sea. Once on the sand, Socrates continued to walk straight into the water. The young man followed. When both were chest deep in the ocean, Socrates placed his hands on the young man's head and quickly forced it under the water. After about 10 seconds, the young man fought his way to the surface and began to gasp for air. Socrates released the boy's head, turned, and walked away. The young man was appalled. He had traveled a great distance to meet with the scholar whom he admired and respected, and when he asked for his wisdom, all he did was to put his head under water. Never again, vowed the young man, would he seek the advice of Socrates. However, time, as we know, has a way of healing wounds, and after a week went by, the young man thought maybe he did something to upset Socrates. So back he went to visit the scholar. Again, he beseeched Socrates to teach him all he needed to know so he could be a great success. Socrates smiled and once again agreed. He asked the young man to follow him, and again they walked towards the ocean. Just like before, Socrates walked in the water, and when the water was chest high, Socrates grabbed the young man by his head and pushed it under water. This time, however, the young man was ready. Before going under, he took a big gulp of air and held his breath for almost 30 seconds before coming up, gasping for air. As he wiped the water from his eyes, he saw Socrates already on the shore, walking away. Now, the young man was livid. Twice he had approached Socrates for the knowledge he needed to become a great success, and twice Socrates took him to the ocean and put his head under water. Never again would he be insulted and humiliated like this. Well, 30 days passed and the young man had time to reflect. He truly wanted to be a success. Socrates had the wisdom he needed, so he decided to go one final time to see the scholar. Upon arriving at Socrates' home, he rapped on the door. When Socrates appeared, the young man said, "I hope you remember me." Socrates flashed a big smile and said, "I do. You are the young man who wants to be a great success." The young man once again asked Socrates, "Will you please teach me all I need to know and all I need to learn to be a success?" Socrates nodded and said, "Absolutely." Then he started walking towards the ocean with the young man following in step. This time the young man was well prepared. As soon as Socrates grabbed his head, he took a deep swallow of air, relaxed, and was able to hold his breath underwater for almost 2 minutes. When he finally surfaced for air, Socrates had already walked away. Furious, the young man ran after Socrates. When he was a few feet from Socrates, he shouted, "Socrates, why is it every time I come to you and ask for your help to gain the wisdom and the knowledge on how to be a great success, all you do is take me out into the water and dunk my head?" Socrates turned around, faced the young man and said, "Son, I have tried 3 times now to teach you the secret of being a great success. The secret is simple. When you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, you will be a great success." Now, the lesson that we learn here is not that we need to go to extreme lengths to understand how to secure knowledge to be a great success. What we mean to say here is you truly need to do something you want to do. There's a big difference between wanting success and needing it. Needing it means you put in the work, the time, the struggle, and the pain to make it manifest. Wanting just means you talk about it a lot but take no action. So the key to anything you want to achieve is making it a necessity. If that internal desire is lacking, you're going to have a hard time reaching your goals. So simple reminder, when you're in search for knowledge of success, make sure that you're not just looking to get the Gyan, but to also start talking the Gyan, start walking the walk, and getting into the field or domain of your choice. That's it from Shravan Shetty on today's episode of the Shravan Shetty Show. Tune in for my next episode, which is going to come out in a week's time. Hi, this is Shravan Shetty, your easy to approach and engage career coach. I have close to 2 decades of experience as a career coach, corporate trainer, and social sector consultant. My work with both individuals and through collaborations has impacted the lives of lakhs of people, young and not so young, from across India and the world. I'm delighted to bring to you my podcast, The Shravan Shetty Show. This podcast will ensure you pivot your career with insights, tips, and anecdotes from different walks of life. Tune in to my podcast, The Shravan Shetty Show.